Hello, Ashley. According to Jolynn, you are still having trouble with the duplicates, um, where she said when you upload your pictures to the pick of the week, um, for example, like this one, the 130 is duplicated with that one. Now, I would assume that the duplicate happened. This is the correct picture. The 1310 is the correct picture, and that overwrote, to your knowledge, for some reason, this 1213. This 1213, I'm guessing, was supposed to be a different picture. Now, there is a reason that that's happening, and I think we talked about it before, but let me just show you again. If we look at this picture, the 1.3, you look here in the file name, it is 2. The file name is actually 2watermark.jpg, and then this adds this Squarespace version to save space. But the file name is 2watermark.jpg, and this %20 here is added because there's a space in the actual file name. Now, when we go back and we look at the previous version, you see it's actually the exact same file name. Now, I've seen how you and Jolynn both do your photos, how you keep it in your photo structure, and the way you guys do it is you do like a folder, and then picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 watermark, 2 watermark, whatnot, and that's fine. But when you go to, say, upload it to this pick of the week, and you upload that picture to watermark, so obviously this one and the other one were both to watermark, and when you do that, it puts it in this storage post images folder, and when you do that, it overwrites the other one. So obviously when somebody goes to look at it, this picture is now the same picture as this one because it's the same file, because it was overwritten by when you uploaded, say, the new one. To get this to stop happening, as I think I recommended before, you gotta label, because I looked at some of the other ones that you have, and they're all pretty much labeled the same, like 13 watermark, 2 watermark, which is the one we're focusing on, 23 watermark. See, this one, 2 watermark.jpg, again, would have overwritten this 2 watermark, except for that you have this, you have it not a space in there. So say if I went like that, see, that is the reason why it's overwriting, because this file name is already taken. And instead of saying that on Squarespace, it just overwrites it because it thinks that's what you're going to do. That's what you wanted to do. But in fact, it's not. It's just overwriting another picture you had, this 19 watermark. See, all of these are basically labeled the same. Now, to eliminate the problem of it happening again, a good thing to do is before you go to export and upload something to the website, as you can see for this one, this picture is really huge. I mean, this is it's a really big image. If we say bring up the specs, the actual size is 2.2 megabytes, and it's that big. A good thing to do, of course I don't have it installed on this computer, a good thing to do is to adjust the size so that when you it's not going to let me easily do this. But yeah, there we go. Adjust the size so that the pixels are the width, whatever the biggest is, whether it's portrait or horizontal. I would say whatever the biggest number is, limit it to 1200 pixels. So in this case, being that it's a portrait picture, limit the height to 1200 pixels. And then when you go to upload it, it's going to be a more adequate size for the web. Also, when you go to do something on the web, when you go put it on the web, make it, you can also see that the adjusted size brings the file down, the file size down significantly. 302K as opposed to 2.2 megabytes. I mean, that's a big difference. I have a really fast internet here, so if I go to load a picture that I haven't opened yet, you can see, say this one. See, mine loads really fast, even though it's a really big picture. But somebody with, say, just standard DSL or slower internet, it's going to take a good probably 40-50 seconds to a minute to download that picture, because they have slower internet. So having a smaller size is pretty important. Also, when you go to put it on the web to get it ready to put on your site, rename it. Rename the photo. You can leave your file name structure the same for when you're just storing it on your computer, but make a special file when you go to put it on the internet. One with it exported as the correct size, as the shrunken down size. 1200 pixels is a good size, whatever the widest or tallest is. And rename the file. See, this one is 12410, so you can rename your pictures. Let's see, as 1_24_2010_ pick of the week, POTW, and that's a good file name. No other picture that you upload is going to have that same file name, because it's the date that you're uploading it, and it's the pick of the week file. So the same can go with the two, this other watermark, 11710. So you say change the watermark 1_17_2010_ pick of the week. And now you see none of these files are going to be exactly the same. So when you go to upload it, they're not going to, none of them are going to overwrite each other, because they're their unique file name. And that's in essence the reason why it's duplicating those pictures, because it's overriding the file name. See how that works, and hopefully that'll fix your problem.